What's up? Welcome to Rad Potential. We got a packed house today, but today, this video, we are focusing on the E36. It needs some love, and if you didn't see it, go check out this. We just got the 73 2002 running, but we're giving the E36 some love today. Got a track day 2 weeks from today, first one of the year, and we have to do, well, let me start that over. So, seeing that big long box over there, I got a new, freshly rebuilt drive shaft. When we did the manual swap on this last year, I had the auto drive shaft, the front half of it cut and lengthened, and when I measured it, I was like a 1/4 inch off. So if you went back to that video, don't take my measurement for it, measure it yourself. But I've got a little bit, since I did that, since I swapped it, I've had a little bit of driveline vibration, and I'm hoping it's not the transmission. I'm assuming that short little drive shaft, I threw some washers in there, hoped it'd be all right. Well, it's not. I'm hoping that's the issue, and this new drive shaft is gonna fix that. And then, as you may have seen right here, got some DS2s that are going on the car, 245 square for the track this year. Picked up some lightly used RE71Rs, which are gonna be quite the upgrade. Last year I went out on track on these, which is all I had, which are 225 Michelin Pilot Sport all seasons. It was good to feel out the car, but other than that, I'm ready for these Johnnies already. So this is pretty much just the track car. So if you're interested in, if you're local to Indiana and interested in a set of 5 DS1s, hit me up with pretty good Michelin Pilot Sport all seasons. Anyway, these are going on today. We're gonna test fit them. Got spacer for the front. Hopefully nothing rubs. Hopefully we don't need to roll any fenders because I don't have that much time today. And then I might have had a little bit of an oil leak on the top here. I'll show you in a minute. We might try to address that because we don't want to be spraying oil or losing oil on the track. Anyway, follow along for another track prep on the E36. Alright, so it's been 30 or 40 minutes. I've got the exhaust down. Usually just take it off in the whole thing, especially on this car, because that center section to rear section joint is trash. I've got another axle back that I want to put on here that doesn't stick out and the tips look better, that I picked up a while back. I might try to do that, but I'm gonna have to buy new flanges there. So hopefully, maybe I'll try to do that soon and in this video before this track day, because that exhaust kind of sucks. Anyway, drive shaft's out too. Here is the one I just pulled out. This was my auto drive shaft, but I modified this front section. I didn't. I had a shop do it down the street. And this flange is like a 1/4 inch too short, like what I said before. So this one's backwards compared to that, but fresh new guy. I'm gonna get ready and slap that one back in the car. Well, I'm a little frustrated and confused. There's the 2 drive shafts next to each other. This lower one, closer to me, is the one I just pulled out, my modified automatic drive shaft. The rear section's the same, automatic manual. The front section was shorter, had to be lengthened. Well, as I told you, I got that measurement wrong, but as you look and see here, these drive shafts are lined up. The new one I just ordered for a manual E36 M3 is actually shorter than this one. So now it's like a 1/2 inch, 3/4 of an inch short of the transmission Dweebo, whatever you call it. So I don't know what to do now. I don't know what to do now. Well, final hour update. I was just about to put this back in the box and ship it, and look what I found in here. Adjusting length of drive shaft with a nut. I don't know if I'm dumb and just didn't know this, but I didn't realize these were adjustable. because this is a factory style. Because here's the one I took, my automatic OEM drive shaft, and here's this rebuilt one. So I'm gonna try that, follow these little instructions, and then put it back in the car. We might be in business, and I'm very, very relieved. So if you knew that, call me stupid in the comments. And just kidding, don't do that. But we're all learning, and if you didn't know that, now you know. So I'm in a much, much better mood now. So I wish I finished this yesterday because it was 75 degrees and sunny, and today it is 40 and windy and cold. That's why I'm standing in the garage right now. But I got the drive shaft back up in there and adjusted to the proper length and tightened down. And now I just am going to hang the exhaust back up, and then I'll check in buttoning up the new square 245 setup. I think I mentioned earlier, but it picked up 4 rear DS2s, so they're 17 by 8.5, and I'm running a 245 square setup, which is going to be sick. I should get under here and show you that after it's right in front of the center support bearing. This little collar loosens up, and then you can see it's splined here, so that's where it extends. And now it is flushly mated against the guibo and the diff, so we're in business. All right, the exhaust is all back on, finally. And sometimes, as in right now, I wish I would have kept that Z4 coupe and turned it into the track car, because while I love an E36, this specific one's a little crusty underneath, and I got a bunch of rust particles in my eyes. And that sucks. Well, I got carried away and I forgot to show it, but at the last track day at NCM, you can't really see. You see a little bit of oil spray on this rug thing. Well, it was coming right out of this little, what do you call it? Bolt split line right there. So, I think what happened is this bolt stripped out. That is what happened. But I think it was from when I pulled the motor. I think this engine bracket just pushed this out because it was pulling the motor and the train at the same time, and there wasn't enough threads, and it just pulled it out. So I just found a longer bolt in the box and got past the strip threads, and it squeezed some oil through the seal, but I think we should be good to go now. It looks sick. I'm stoked. Check it out. E36 finally has the meat it deserves. 245 with a 10 mil spacer in the front, the 8.5 rear, like I said, and that's just 245 stock rear. I'm gonna go warming it up a little bit, get the coupe out of the way, and we'll go take it for a spin, make sure nothing rubs. I think everyone on the forum says I think this fitment is fine. It won't rub with the 10 mil spacer up front. And take it for a spin, and fingers crossed, we're really taking it for a spin to see if our driveline vibration is gone. So I'll pull out the camera and I'll try to show it. It was right about 45 to 60 miles an hour is when it started to come in. Above 70, it would ease out. So we'll see. Hopefully this new drive shaft sorts that out. So, mad success. I can already tell the vibration's gone. I'll show you right here. About 45 was when it started to get real loud in the cabin, and there'd be lots of vibration. And it is buttery smooth now. First impressions on the RE71s, they're a lot louder, and I can already tell how sticky they are right away. They were throwing up rocks all the way down my street. Turn-in feels a little quicker with the 245 up front, which is cool. Anyway, I'm stoked. Give it a little, try to get a little pull here. That dynon intake sounded sick. Well, I'm gonna call that another mad success. The 245, the square setup looks awesome. And then the driveline vibration is gone. So new drive shaft salted, super stoked because it's way smoother, and I'm gonna feel way more comfortable ripping it on the track in a week and a half and just driving anywhere on the street. So doesn't seem like the 245 rubs anywhere. Took a couple hard turns, and anyway, I'm stoked on this. Can't wait for Putnam. Stay tuned for some track video. Hopefully the wind noise isn't too bad here. Anyway, thanks for following along. Keep it rad.